This is why it's important to inspect your belts. I've been having a very bad whining noise on my car. I went ahead and I took off. This car has two belts, one by the alternator, one by the water steering pump. So this is the water steering pump one. And a long time ago, I went on this dirt road for a hike. The person didn't tell me it was gonna be like that, or else I would have brought my 4Runner. But it looks like, let's see in the sunlight. Let's see, got all these pieces of dirt with the friction, and almost sparkled in certain parts of the sun. I'm guessing it started turning into glass. Doesn't show up on camera, but parts of these are really sparkly. So now I'm gonna have to grab something, I don't know, a Q-tip, compressed air, and try to just clean between these grooves, give it a little spin and make sure there aren't any contaminants left. This wasn't an OEM belt anyway, but the life looks good on it. But now that it has these rocks in it, it's shot. So this is a OEM Nissan part, made in the USA. That one is made in Mexico. But I don't think the belt was the problem. It's these contaminants, right? So always, 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 you know, make sure to check your stuff. You know, if your car isn't made to go off-road, probably shouldn't. You know, I see a bunch of Honda Accords going off-road. It doesn't mean you should. You know, it's going to damage the suspension and other things, and you know, it just creates problems like this. Right, so what I did is I grabbed this metal pick I had laying around, and some of the belt had sort of glued onto the actual inner groove of the pulley. So I used that to pick it out. Then I grabbed a towel, I put a plastic fork, and I cleaned each of these grooves. There was still a lot of dust left, so then I used some degreaser. I used brake cleaner, but you're supposed to use engine degreaser. Brake cleaner is considered too strong, but this car is old, and my dad gave it to me, so I'm probably gonna keep it for a long time. Which means when these go bad, I'm just gonna replace them. And since they're already old, I was like, screw it, I'll just use the brake degreaser, since that's all I had lying around. But if these are relatively new, you probably want to use engine degreaser or cleaner. So I cleaned those, and then I sprayed them with water to rinse them out. You want to make sure they're clean and there's no contaminants, or else you're gonna screw up the new belts you're gonna put in. Okay, so I did that. I'm gonna take this out and I'll replace this pulley, and hopefully I have no noise. If not, I'm gonna have to most likely replace one of these pulleys. I think this is the serpentine pulley, I'm not sure. But this is the idler pulley that I'm replacing today, so let's see how it turns out. Alright, so I replaced that one with the OEM one made in the US. This one, I don't know if you can tell, but I think the melting is a common problem, or the squeaking is, because these new ones, these OEM new ones, they're not really made out of rubber. It's almost like a foam material. But again, make sure to clean out those grooves, or else you're just gonna screw up your new belts. But yeah, let's see how it turns out. That's it, it's done, turned it on. I just need a test drive, make sure it's not too tight, too loose. Alright, we'll find out.